call the meeting to order. I'll rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Agenda approved. Review of the minutes from February 14th. Regular meeting. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any open public comment? Okay, there being none.
Does-
Oh,
Does Phil have a comment?
Yes.
Oh, no, that was the yes that you put in the chat.
yeah, that was before. Okay, there being none, and there's no guests. Move on to good stuff.
Well, there is John.
Oh, your family, you're not a guest. Anybody have good stuff?
Nice job with the roads, John.
Thank you.
Yes.
Again, yes.
Yes.
And kudos to our basketball team for
Yes, definitely.
another great season. Good luck tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, managers report.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair. First off, Mortimer Proctor presentations for the town are tentatively scheduled between 12:30 and 12:45 on March 4th. But I'd recommend keeping your schedule open from 11 to 1 for those who plan to be there. And then, Lisa, did they give you a location or is it virtual? Do you know?
No, it's there. Yeah, you go upstairs, it's in that little conference room
Okay.
on the lower floor.
They're gonna do it in person this year?
They did last year too, at the library.
No, no, they didn't. I did it here.
Oh, we did it in person. They were there.
Oh, okay.
Last year when we did it, yeah, we did it in person.
Okay. I reached out to him and I just hadn't gotten an email back about it, so I figured maybe they told you.
Oh, well, when I spoke to him, he said that he hadn't heard back from you, and so.
Well, okay. Well,
But that's where it is. It's at the actual, it's at the bank.
okay,
At the bank.
got it.
But we can zoom it here, right, if we choose to.
I could probably, yeah, and like I say, he hasn't gotten back.
I don't know if that's an option.
I'll ask
I would ask him.
All right, so Main Street bridge repairs. One of the columns on the Main Street Railroad overpass bridge fell apart from the main structure. V-Trans has made repairs to ensure the railing's safe again for pedestrians, workers, and passing trains. Anything to add to that, John, or no?
No, they did a, good temporary job.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get them going and
Yeah.
get that bridge repaired.
Yeah. And thanks to V-Trans too, because that was a pretty quick response that they had.
Yeah.
It's a liability.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
And the Amtrak is going through. I've seen it every.
I saw him
Every
yesterday, was
Sunday.
it?
I've
Yeah,
seen them the last 3 Sundays they go through.
yeah, I saw him.
About what time, John, do you remember?
I want to say it's early.
Like 9:30?
Mid-morning.
Yeah.
Quarter 10?
Mid-morning, noon.
Yeah,
10
because I think I
o'clock.
was going in and it was like probably 9:30. I met them in Center Rock.
No specific time, because I've just been nonstop lately, so, time just gets away from me, so.
All right, I submitted the annual Complete Streets Compliance Form. Proctor did not implement any projects that qualified for this program. However, Act 35 requires that all municipal transportation projects consider the needs of all transportation users and annually submit a Complete Streets Compliance Form. Examples of these complete street implementations include bike paths, street lighting, and streetscapes. The only one I had to send in was for the paving that we did last summer along Park, which was exempt. So, but you still have to, even if it's exempt, you still have to send out an application to them. So. Vermont Outdoor Recreation Economic Collaboration Grant update. This is also known as the VOREC grant. It again has been pushed back. This is the third time, and we hope to hear something back in mid to late March. Not sure what the delay is, but pool director and zoning administrator advertisement. Pool director advertisement is posted on Indeed. It was posted in the Herald and is on the Proctor homepage, and we'll have a further discussion regarding the zoning administrator later on this evening. I've had a few people call and inquiry about that, though, ask about it. Moving on, Willow Street project bids. Bids go out today on V-Trans bid registry, and I looked and they are there. Bid openings will be at the Selectboard meeting on March 28th. And the funding source for this project does not require that it be posted in the Rutland Herald. I just wanted you to be aware of that, so you know, if you didn't see it, you know, there's no panic. And to avoid that unnecessary cost, bids can be found at vermontbusinessregistry.com. TAC meeting review. The big news from the Transportation Advisory Council meeting this month is that towns are encouraged to max out match funding and avoid amendments to their paving projects. The contingency on the West Street project was increased, and the town will now match the full $50,000 if awarded the Class 2 highway grant. If we come in under budget, I was told we could just go up the road a little bit further if we needed to. So hopefully we do. You got anything to add to that, Bruce, or no?
No, I think you pretty well covered it. And they were talking about Route 7 in Pittsford and Route 22A, but neither one of those really are gonna affect us.
ARPA allocation. I keep bringing this up, but it's pretty fluid. So I've started working on a short list of funding options, and I'm also going to include the list of ideas that we got from residents a few months ago to that. The more difficult part of that list is putting costs to those items, and then on top of that, what kind of matching can we do? So it's not just a quick, hey, put this on there, and it's what we might be able to do. Some towns have already finalized capital improvement plans that are funded by ARPA, and I'd suggest Proctor follow suit pretty soon. I'm hoping to present a short list to you by the end of March, and I was asked, we were throwing numbers around at the last meeting about how much we've gotten so far, and I think we said 180, and the number is actually 238,000 is what we've received so far, and then we'll get that again later on. So there will be 2 installments of that. VHAP funding and delinquency. So we're not doing commissioner reports this month, so I just thought I'd include it in the manager's report. The delinquency list has been updated by the treasurer and is in your packets. I just remind you, as an elected official, as you know, she has the right to practice autonomy within the limits of state statute. So if you would like details on any of the counts, she's more than happy to help you out. You can just go down there and see her. And you'll see from the delinquency list that the Vermont Homeowner Assistance Program, also known as VHAP, is helping some residents pay back accrued debts with the town. We participated in something like this a few months ago called VCAP. It's kind of the same thing, but the scope of it's a little broader. On that note, so VHAP is helping people pay back taxes that they owe and water and sewer as well. And we have a couple people that have applied for it. On that note, John and I are going to be working on a maintenance or a improvement plan this summer, and somewhere on that list will be to make sure that we find these curb stops so that we can keep that list updated. And if we need to shut people off, we can shut them off. And that time's coming fast, so, because spring will be here soon, hopefully. We got a teaser of it, and it's cold again, but anyway. And then some of you may know we had a missed trash pickup on William Street. I went around, I knew people were gonna call anyway, and it was just one street, so I thought I'd walk around and just knock on some doors. So most people know that Casella did have truck problems, and they missed the trash there, but they were there the next day to grab it. And that concludes my report.
One of my neighbors mentioned she was very impressed that you
Oh, good.
stopped and knocked on their door, and
Yeah.
yes, very nice, thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of easier, just nip it in the bud there, be the first person to reach out instead of getting the call, so. If it would have been more than William Street, some people did ask, are you going around to everybody in Proctor? I said no.
That was the morning they were all tipped over, wasn't it, from the storm? Was
Yeah,
that?
there's a lot of wind.
Yeah, there was.
It was crazy.
I picked up a few of them to get them out of the road.
Oh, wow.
So people could pass.
Okay. Discussion action items. The bills, everybody signed the bills, right? Yep, got it back here. Sheriff's report. Any questions on that?
No?
Okay. Zoning administrator job description. Any feedback on it or things that you want to discuss?
Yeah, the big change here is I've updated it because the few people that are interested can't carry the insurance that we're requiring. And the people who can carry the insurance are pretty busy in other towns. So here's our other option. And I ran these numbers through the budget and they work as long as we fall within that time frame of paying someone $17 an hour and they only do 10 hours a week. Now, I as interim zoning administrator and also through working with Stephanie on the local hazard mitigation plan, I've gotten kind of an idea of what being a zoning administrator is like in Proctor. And really, you're only doing like 15 a year. And 90% of those are garages and sheds. So if you were, you're going over 10 hours a month, even in the summer, you'd be busier than normal. And then you have to account for the monthly visit to the planning commission. So,
So it's 10 a month, not a week, correct?
yeah, really 10, yeah. I mean, cause you think, an hour, go out there, look at it, look at the application. So,
Yeah, 10 hours a week would be a lot.
yeah, 10 hours a week would be a lot. Yeah, so it'd be 10 hours a month. And then if things did get busier in the summer, that's okay, because in the winter, it's gonna scale back. So if you have any input on that, I'd be happy to.
So were you proposing that the town cover the insurance?
No, they'd be part-time.
Oh, I see.
So they would be covered under the town's insurance,
Gotcha.
but we wouldn't be giving them any kind of benefit of insurance. Right now, if you're contracted, you've got to carry $1 million policy. So unless you're like a bigger firm, you're not going to have that. So, but like I said, Erica reached out to me. I spoke to her.
Very knowledgeable, yes.
Yeah. And this was one of her questions. So, yeah, I think we'll have some interest once we release that. So, yeah. So, and this is an appointed position. So the select board, makes a decision on what the salary is and all that. So it may be pertinent to make a motion to. Yeah.
Any questions? Is there a motion to approve the zoning administrator job description and the position as stated being part-time?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Description's approved. Is there anything else anybody has to add?
I was going to add one thing under my manager's report. the opioid settlement. Yeah, I was wondering how that money was gonna be distributed. I did a little bit of research. VLCT did a legislative report on it last week. And Proctor does qualify for some of the funds from the settlement. And it was, the percentages were a bit complicated. So I reached out to VLCT and then they sent me to the Attorney General's office. But from what I understand is that even if we do get the money, and VLCT agreed to this, that it's what they understood as well, was that if Proctor did get the money, we'd have to use it for opioid abuse abatement, something like that. So I don't think it'd go to, I don't think we'd pave roads with it or anything. But I haven't heard anything back from the state yet, and when I do, I'll give you the update on it.
Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second?
Meeting is adjourned.